second quarter getting underway here. First Assembly with a 4-point lead. It scored 15-11. It's a close basketball game. This is Paul Daugherty along with Tommy Love. And Tommy, we talked about tempo, and so far in the story, missed shooting opportunities. No miss there as Will Robinson, the sophomore, he's a shooter for this club, and maybe he's getting warmed up.
Well, and they've got a lot of shooters on this club, Paul. They've got 4 kids this year that have had 3 threes in the games themselves. They can be kind of streaky. And talking with Coach Ray before the game, he tells me that fact, but then he turns around and says, hey, then again, we might have a game where the entire team might have 3 threes.
Brandon Brown picks it up and knocks it down. Nice play there. What a interesting little move there. Pedro O'Neal just runs into a forest of big bodies, right? And it looks like he's dead to rights, but he's able to get it loose and get it out to Brown with that little pass. And Brown shows great hands and then great concentration, just nails it.
You know, he shows right there. He's hit several from right there inside the free throw line, kind of that elbow, but it's also by hitting those. That's what opened up that last 3-point opportunity that he had as well.
Gracie swings it all the way across the court. The jumper on the way, in and out. Johnson with position and a rebound. Darrell Ivester quickly cleans it across the timeline. Now they'll pull it back out. Kyle Grisby with it. Gets it inside to O'Neal. O'Neal lets fly the 3-pointer. It's a 6-point lead for First Assembly.
And a timeout by Asheville right here, trying to regroup right here, make sure they're all on the same page, make sure they know their defensive responsibilities. Pulls out, defense kind of lets up a little bit right there, backs off thinking he's not going to do anything with it. And O'Neal's able to step back and hit that 3 from the corner to make this a 20-14 game.
You know, you can only find the North Carolina Independent Schools Athletic Association Basketball Championships right here on Time Warner Cable. But did you know that Time Warner Cable is the home of free HD? Get more information at yourtwc.com/free HD. And Tommy, I am loving the backboard camera. I mean, this is big stuff. Look at that shot.
It's a great opportunity right here. Now all we need is a couple of dunks out here on this end of the court, and we've got the perfect angle for it.
That's right. That's right. Asheville Christian with the basketball. Penland. Down to the corner, now up top to Gracie, and he'll take it.
And Grayson's going to knock that down just about every single time when you leave him that open. First one off the bench, and the reason he's one of the first ones, or the first one off the bench, is because he brings that weapon with his arsenal.
And it seems to me that, you know, First Assembly, they're driving to the baseline and then having to kick the ball back all the way out. If Asheville Christian can start to cut those passes down, they're going to get some turnovers. Good hustle play there as Will Robinson gets tied up with Pedro O'Neal and gets the jump ball.
Jump ball situation right here. Staying on this end of the court, though, right now. A little bit of confusion right here with the players, but we're staying on this end.
Possession arrow favoring First Assembly. Brown tightly guarded up top. O'Neal hands it to Kyle Grisby. Grisby starts to work. Once again, some big men at the back of that zone for Asheville Christian. And First Assembly really has to kind of nibble away and look for their opportunities.
Well, what happens right here is they have such a long wingspan. Well, with their players with that height and those long arms, it makes it tough for the offensive players to get around them.
I'll tell you what, though, hustle will overpower height sometimes as Bonds gets the job done.
See, Hedrick right there had a great little pump fake. 2 players flying by him, just couldn't knock down the open jumper.
Brandon Murr finds Brown. Now, I'm sorry, that's Brown now with the ball. Now it's Pedro O'Neal. Trying to work it inside in transition, but Sam Johnson just filling up that lane defensively. Johnson unable to get the rebound. Another good hustle play as Jimmy Bonds got to the basketball, but he's guilty of the traveling violation.
Got it for the travel right there. You're seeing this man-to-man right here. You on that penetration right there, it's actually going up against that man-to-man. They're going to play a lot of man-to-man as long as they can handle the speed from their opponents. They're going to play that man-to-man as much as they can. If not, they'll drop back into a little bit of kind of a 2-3 type zone Again, taking advantage of that wingspan.
Will Robinson, who nailed a three a second ago with good penetration, gets his rebound and gets a second chance opportunity. The ball's tipped. And man, oh man, another second chance opportunity for First Assembly. Right now, they're just out hustling to the basketball.
They're out hustling, and they're going to have to, because the last couple of trips on the floor, I didn't think the shot selection was the wisest. I understand trying to stay up-tempo and whatnot, being the smaller team, but at the same time, you have to have smart shot selection. An up-tempo style doesn't mean, quick shots all the time.
4 minutes left to go in the first half. The ball blocked by Johnson. And there's an opportunity for Johnson to show.
That was a kind term of a block on that one.
You guys are going to have to stop coming up against me and thinking you're going to get away with it. Robinson, this time from the left side.
He's feeling it.
Sophomore nails the three and ties the game.
2 threes for him already on this one. He definitely has the hot hand.
Bonds driving, ball in and out. Johnson with the rebound. Michael Woods with the basketball, an all-conference player. Gracie pump fakes, picks up the contact, and it looks like when he acted a three-point shot, the officials are indicating. So the crowd not so happy with that interpretation, but the officials get the only word.
Yeah, you see it right here, but he's in the air, and it's going to get called that way. He was smart enough to leave the floor. And a lot of times players will actually stay on the floor, and then once the contact is made, try to go up, which obviously isn't in the act of shooting. But he was smart enough to get off the floor before the contact was really made.
And Gracie may have missed a three-pointer, but he makes the first of 3 free throw attempts. And something tells me, Tommy, that he doesn't miss those free throws very often.
He looks really comfortable there on that free throw line.
Head coach Andy Ray looking on. Asheville Christian in the town of Swannanoa, just outside of Asheville, North Carolina. As we mentioned, beating the #1 seed last night, Victory Christian. 3:23 to go in the first half. Gracie makes a three-point play the very hard way, 3 free throws.
And I tell you, they changed the tempo a little bit right here too, Paul, after that made free throw. Design, they extended out there a little bit more full court. They trap it in the corners. You're bringing those big guys at you. It's tough for the smaller guards to be able to see some open air.
And I kind of mentioned that earlier. They're going down to that baseline. And if they can get a trapper, they can get a block, get a finger on or a hand on the ball, they're going to be able to come away with something. Gracie, wow, he really escapes trouble. Yeah. Johnson swings it all the way across. And back to Johnson, the ball's loose.
Johnson there, senior, you got to have those hands ready. Anytime one of those guards penetrates, you have to expect it. It's easier to play the game when you expect the ball and don't get it than it is to not expect it and have it thrown at you with that kind of velocity on it.
And for perhaps the first time in the game, First Assembly working from behind, down 3, just under 2:40 to go in the first half. Nice turnaround jumper over Johnson. Jacob Allen.
Beautiful little jump hook. Yeah, beautiful little jump hook right there for his first basket. Not afraid again. They had a big shot block all go, but not afraid to keep going at him.
And Johnson tries to get revenge. That one goes in and out. Allen with the rebound. Ivester with it. Now Kyle Grisby. Grisby works against Will Robinson. Johnson way outside on Allen. Now he steps back. Grisby lets fly the three-pointer.
Knocks it down. That's the second three-pointer of the day, I believe, Paul. Again, identifying shooters, and after the made basket, they're right back into this 2-2-1 zone press. Got to take away the middle, though.
And right into the 2-point lead. Robinson under, well, it was a triple team for a second there.
Well, that happens a lot of times. Coming out of a press, whenever you're scrambling around, sometimes you end up with 3 on them for a second.
Ivester with the basketball.
Vester right there wanted a foul down there on that far end. Felt like he got hit in the face right there. It should have been a foul.
And Grisby gets it into Allen, and Allen makes the most of it. What a play there. The junior, Jacob Allen.
Okay, right here, you see the good. Again, penetration. Hedge on the defensive side, don't recover in time, but a great job right there by Allen to, once he kind of sets that screen, to turn and roll to that basket, open up with those hands ready.
Jacob